Welcome everybody, it's Mary Fish with Stampin' Pretty and StampinPretty.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about one of my favorite product bundles in the Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog 2018. It's the Nothing Sweeter stamp set and the coordinating sweetly stitched framelits dies. You can purchase them together as a bundle. It makes total sense and it really takes us the distance and save 10% as well. The Nothing Sweeter stamp set is photopolymer, so it's very easy to stamp the outline, and then you can use either a complementary or a completely opposite color to stamp the solid image. And you can do the same thing with the heart and the gift. And then you've got things to decorate the tree. You've got a fun snowflake. You've got a couple lines that ultimately end up looking like this. I stamped this on white, and then I stamped it again on Highland Heather, and I used the coordinating die to crop it 2 times and then just paper snip that little ribbon in. And of course I had to add a gorgeous grape glimmer dot to that. So again, super easy. It's got some great sentiments, fabulous year-round use. But in my opinion, the real star of the show are these sweetly stitched dies. And before I tell you about what I love about them, I know you're asking or going to be asking me about how I'm storing my dies. So I use a company called Stampin Storage for my 5x7 magnet cards. They keep all of your dies nicely in place. I've got a couple sets where I have to use 2 5x7 cards, and that's not the end of the world. And then I tuck them inside these plastic sleeves or plastic 5x7 folders from Totally Tiffany. It allows me to index them, very space saving, and I have all of my dies taking up pretty minimal area in a drawer where I have a divider to keep them nice, neat, and tidy. So I will have both those links to those products within the description on YouTube as well as on my blog. And then the dies, here's where the real amazing part is. There's an inside and an outside die for all 3 of these, and they coordinate together. So the outside die, you can see, is just the little tree, and that coordinates with the different outline images as well as the interior ones. And then each has a stitching that gets added, and they're all different. This is one little stitch for the tree. The heart has a little cross stitch. And then there's just a little running stitch for the gift. And then for these dies, they actually add this accent that you could mix and match. You could create a background with a bunch of them. They're beautiful in the little scallop or the little rickrack. I think that's super cool. And then these are actually for the stars, as well as a snowflake. Let me show you some quick examples of some tags I created. This used the gift, used the sentiment from the stamp set, and it uses, well, actually it was one of those little stars, but I turned it into a flower. So that is the gift, inside and outside dies. And then this one shows off the heart with its little cross stitching. And here is the tree. I stamped the snowflake and the sentiment. Super, super cute. And here's a card that I'll be posting on my blog soon, where I again used the tree on Night of Navy, but I mixed it with some of our other die sets. For example, Holidays comes from the Merry Christmas dies. This is Holidays. I love word dies. And then I used, just for accents, I used these tags, one to highlight the sentiment and one just to create a block of color behind. And then we have another stitched set called the Stitched Labels Framelits dies, where I just used that little stitched heart to kind of bring it all together. And I wanted to show you really quick on my Big Shot, I'm going to turn it this way, just how easy this is. For starters, I'm using the Stampin' Up! Magnetic platform. Highly recommend it. I just want to point out though that the magnets run in rows. So that's the reason sometimes things move a little bit, and all you really need to do is just move your die slightly and just know it's going to connect with a row as you move it, okay? You might even do it with me right now. So, oops, I've got to do the edge side down. And then you can actually do two at once. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this little die in there. And I'm going to slide it a little more. I must not be quite on the... I know you're saying, oh, that happens to me too. You can always use a little piece of washi tape. And I'm looking down at this, but I should say down and from an angle at this, but I think it's really close. And then I'm going to put my topper on. A little note on these acrylic pads to avoid warping. I got a great tip from several demonstrators to label top and bottom and use the bottom over and over. And the minute it has any give, flip the bottom the other way. Trust me, it has saved me lots and lots of warping. My plates are lasting so much longer. I love the simplicity of the Big Shot. No learning curve, or virtually no learning curve, and then you'll just see how easy this is. So that's what the outside one cropped, and then inside you have the most adorable little stitcheroos. Aren't they cute? So think Valentine's Day, gifts, love, anniversary, bridal. Lots and lots of possibilities by having that little tree, the gift. Let me bring those back just to kind of wrap up for you. These are the sweetly stitched dies. I'll pop these back for you. And then these are the coordinating Nothing Sweeter stamps and bundle. Really easy to work with, really fun, tremendous possibilities. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any comments or thoughts, please leave them on YouTube. I respond to each and every one. And please visit my blog, stampinpretty.com. That's where you can shop for these products, as well as get daily tips, inspiration, and paper crafting ideas. You'll get a free PDF tutorial if you subscribe to both my newsletter and my blog updates. Thank you and bye-bye.